If I invent the toilet, no. So what does go to your bathroom right now? What does it say on the toilet? Armitage shank.
Shanks.
Armitage shank. That's what it says on a toilet. Okay, that's what it says. Do you man know who Armitage Shank is? He developed a toilet and he's still in control of that thing today. In terms of that family are eating or whatever they're benefiting. It's one, if we develop the light bulb, I get it, but we're not in control of it, Noble.
That's a different question, though, Mark. Your original question was innovation.
But Noble, how is it beneficial to develop something and have no control over that development?
I totally agree with what you're saying, but your original question was relating to the innovation of technology.
But yeah, but so I'm not. But why would you innovate something and not use it? I'm saying innovate straps to defend the land. I'm saying innovate. Okay, let me say it straight. This is Patreon. What I'm saying is, them man were coming over there to pillage and rape and do all the things that they did. I'm saying develop arms, rude boy. That when man pull up, you've got a chance. That's all I'm saying. I get it. Okay, light bulb, this, that, I get it. But I'm saying it would have changed the landscape of things, innit? Because everyone had their way with us, man. Anyone could just say, I fancy pulling up on them, man, today. Round up the Armada, about the Armada. Round it up and land. So all I'm saying is there should have been some sort of resistance. Like when the man's pulled up in Russia, there was a resistance there. There was a serious resistance. That's all I'm saying, man. It may sound wrong. I'm not questioning because I know they went through a lot. I'm just saying, instead of warring, develop things. Because I was watching a video this morning and it was Trump talking and Trump was saying Americans have developed everything. And basically an African American guy was saying the African Americans developed all of these things. And in my head, I was like, okay, but what are you doing with it now? Them man have made billions from them creations. What are you doing with it now? If you ain't doing nothing with it now, I'd rather be the man who takes it from you then. You get me? Why I want to develop it and not benefit from it? Because them man's pulled up with them muskets. And don't get it twisted. We have never seen a movie or anything that shows what happened to us. We've never seen it. You can only just imagine it in your head. That film wasn't us, first of all. When they pulled up on us, mans would have jumped off and just started doing what they do. That's what would have happened. It wouldn't have been no peaceful talks or none of that. So what I'm saying is an army or some sort of defense should have been developed. That's all I'm saying. That when man's pulled up, there was a resistance, isn't it? You think I'm wrong for saying that, Noble?
Far from it.
Yeah, just a little resistance. Even if man fought and lost, I'm just saying it shouldn't have been a thing where man's had their way.
I think, okay, so just to push back again, just slightly.
Yeah, man.
So the evil space monkeys have not discovered. They haven't given access to the boats to be able to get this far. Yeah. The African continent, along with the Caribbean, remained untouched. Yes. Yeah. So I think the technological advances would have taken place. I would also think on Mr. Evil Space Monkey's side, technology would have advanced as well, and he would have tried to make contact. And I think at that point, with also the interwarring that we would have done, I think we would have thought, yeah, look, we're warring internally, but I've got, let's look at protecting these coastal parts. So potentially we would have had a Great Wall of China all around the continent of Africa with little posts, with little cannon ports and all that kind of thing. So that would have been up. Because remember, we've had no contact. We're just developing and just doing our thing. So now we're thinking we've done the internal wars, and there may be a little occasional thing popping off here and there, but generally we've got stability. So now what we're thinking about is protecting what we've got. So I think it's natural, because there was still the tribal, the clan, the larger wars that were taking our minds off the bigger picture of collectively protecting the continent. So I think without contact, 100%, we would be in a better position we are now, technologically, socially, if that wasn't in place.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not, people, we're just talking on here. I'm just saying that it was too easy. That's all I'm saying. It was way too easy because man's didn't, to develop a nation. Again, people, look where my headspace is at. I'm looking at how these men did their thing, and they secretly developed their tech. Why you think Churchill could talk like that? Because he knew that, we got our things. we can fight this thing.
Yeah.
That's why he said all that. We will fight in the beaches. We will fight in the parks. That's why he said that. Because he knew the Brits had straps. They
Yes.
had everything, grenades, everything. They had it. So they knew, they could war.
And willing bodies to fight for their country.
There you
Because
go.
the patriotism at that point.
They didn't even need a draft.
No, boss.
They didn't even need a draft. Just think about that. The country didn't need. States needed a draft.
Yep.
Russia needed a draft. Germany needed a draft. France needed a draft. England did do it, but they didn't need to because mans were signing up.
Yeah, man.
That's why I always tell people, Dunkirk, people don't understand. Dunkirk shows you the levels in it. Dunkirk, most nations would have died that day. Dunkirk, look, them mans come, normal brothers, just a normal man who's got a boat, went into the war zone. That's showing you the level of pride, you get me? That's a serious thing. For man to go into that and do that is a serious thing. So I'm saying, like, how do you develop that pride? How do you build that pride up for your community? Where a man's gonna say, "Yo, I'm going in that. I don't even know if I'm coming back."
Mm-hmm.
You see, where I'm coming from, Noble. Like, how do you get that? Because I'm saying, when I'm watching this thing, them mans went through hell, but they signed up. Like, we're going to fight for the motherland and rare. How do you get that patriotism in our community? How?
Without being unmolested, Mark. That's the whole fact.
Okay.
The Brits, the indigenous Brits were unmolested in regards to, because remember, the ways of conquering in Europe, in England, in Great Britain were done hundreds of years before the indigenous, what we call indigenous, are here now.
Yeah.
So they don't fear the Normans. They don't fear none of that no more. They're not warring with the Celts.
Facts. No, they would need a draft now. They would need a draft now.
1,000%.
They'd need a draft now, but that's because they've basically shit on their own folks, innit? So they'd need
Not only that, Mark, but men of 2025 are not the men of the turn of the century.
Real talk.
They're soft.
Yeah, real talk.
Soft.
But it's a mad thing to know that the draft, to know that mans know there's a draft. Mans know that people are going to this place and deading and signing up. Yo, I'm going. I want to fight. That's what I'm trying to say. They would need a draft now. That's facts. Fresh Gabar. So the Europeans went to Africa and reverse engineered technology that the rest of Africa hasn't made to this day. You know what it is? When I get into this convo, Fresh Gabar, it always ends heated with people because people are always saying to me, we developed all this stuff and I rate it and I'm like, yeah, I love all that. But I'm saying we didn't put it to use. It only makes sense if man put it to use, because when they pulled up, we never had nothing but sticks and stones. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying that we could have had some time before. Let's say, but hear me. Just hear me out quickly. Let's say there was 500 years before that. Why didn't we develop these things? Because at this point, the Europeans had already warred with each other. I know that there wasn't travel like that. We know there weren't travel like that. But they had already had many, many wars, so we knew what they was about. You get me? So why did we allow them to come with that barbaricness and not have some sort of something in place?